Here's what I mean with the storage box in the double cab. Pull the seat up and you get yourself a big long storage box. Like this is a long compartment and then there's a short one underneath there. These can lock. Turn them open. There you go. It's pretty deep, good storage. It mounts into the frame rail, excuse me. So you just turn this out and the whole thing lifts out and you can remove it. And also, there is no cutting whatsoever. So double cab, you win when it comes to underseat storage. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. We are back. We are back, baby. We are back in this 2017 SR5 TRD double cab just for one video, just for a day. The FRS is up for service at Liberty, so I asked for this vehicle back just to mess around with it a little more. Here we go with a little pull out. We'll speed them up. Not bad at all. So anyway, I wanted to talk today about the double cab just a little bit. Some things I would have done a bit differently. Now, the double cab to me is awesome, along with the Crew Max. The Tundra is a great truck, but the double cab SR5 TRD, what we're in right now, is one of the most popular configurations of Tundra they sell. So there are a couple things that are available only in the Crew Max that I would totally bring to the double cab, and I really don't understand why they haven't. So let's get right to it. Number one, and in this view you can see it, that window out back there in the Crew Max is a power sliding rear window. The whole thing comes down. But in the double cab, it is still a window you have to go back there and actually manually open, and you just get that little window in the center. Now in the limited double cab, that's actually, that little window is power. So if you're not going to give me a power sliding rear window like the whole thing like the Crew Max, you at least got to give me the power sliding little center window like they do in the limited. So I really don't understand why they haven't brought that power sliding rear window to the double cab yet. That would be a big selling point for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't want to buy the big Crew Max. They just don't. They want the bed space. I hear it all the time. One thing this channel has done is, you know, it's opened up dialogue between a lot of different owners and viewers and viewpoints. So what some people like one day, other people don't like the next day. Me, you guys know me. I like the Tundra just because I like the Tundra, always have, had 5. But you know, I'm not using it for a construction worker job, and I'm not using it for, you know, towing boats or whatever. But some people have a list of stuff they need this truck to do, so they're very specific in their needs. So there may be somebody who, you know, on the weekends wants to take his family up to the mountains or whatever, and he wants that big power sliding rear window, but he can't get a Crew Max because he needs the bed space for his everyday job. So I feel like that is definitely one of the things they could just bring to the double cab. I don't see why not. I mean, it would add a little weight to the cab, but what does that matter, right? Another thing that I always think about, and I know a lot of you out there feel the same way about this, we've talked, is I don't understand why they haven't made a sunroof available on the double cab. Now, some of the things people say, some of the things I hear, is that the cab is too short to support a moonroof, which is, I don't believe that for a minute. Look at some of the little cars out there that have moonroofs. It just doesn't make sense. Again, think of the sales if they started to add options like that, and not force the options on you, but just make it so they're available. And that's really all it is availability of options. A moonroof, I hear all the time. I get the question all the time, why can't I find a moonroof option for a double cab? Because they don't make it. It's literally on the Crew Max and Crew Max only, and it's limited, optional on the limited, and I believe now it's actually optional on the 1794 and Platinum, which up until this model year, it was standard on 1794 and Platinum. So a moonroof option is something that apparently you guys want that a lot. Me too, but we've talked about that, and a moonroof option would be good on the double cab. And another thing, this is kind of the big point I want to make in all of this video, at least. There needs to be a Platinum and 1794 double cab option, because again, this is the kind of stuff I talk about with everyone all the time. When I've gotten into this, you know, SR5 TRD, you know, I start hitting buttons and stuff like I would in the Platinum, and they're just not there. Okay, so again, we come down to the point where a guy buys a Tundra because he needs the bed space, so he can't buy a Crew Max because he needs the 6'6" bed, but he wants all the bells and whistles. Now he can get a limited, but even the limited double cab doesn't give you too much. But if there was a limited, again, I'm making this up in my head, but if I was making a limited, or not a limited, why do I keep saying that? If I was making a Platinum or 1794 double cab, pretty much put all of the bells and whistles in that. And even if you still wanted to keep the standard no moonroof on double cab, you could still give them everything else, you know? You give them those sweet leather seats, the upgraded leather with the heated, cooled, you know, puddle lights. This has the blind spot monitoring and parking sensors already, which is totally cool. If you get a Tundra, I strongly suggest blind spot monitoring and the parking sensors. Definitely look into it. It makes it a lot easier to drive and a lot safer to drive, especially if you're towing and all that stuff too. But anyway, back to the point. Everyone always brings this up too. The reason I'm bringing up these three main points, the back window, the moonroof, and the trims, is this is just stuff I've talked about with people. And now that we're sitting in the double cab, and just this morning when I got in and tried to hit a certain button, or I'm used to the way the Platinum is, it makes me think, why not do that? I mean, the Platinum and 1794 have been out now since 2014, okay? There was a Platinum edition earlier on, but I'm talking about in its current state, the 1794 and Platinum since 2014, and it's been Crew Max only, and it's pretty much been, you get it one way. You know, it's pretty much loaded with everything you possibly can want in a Tundra. And yes, it is everything you'd want in a Tundra. I talk about this all the time. Everybody wants, you know, a ton of tech and all that stuff, but you still want the reliability of a Toyota and a Tundra, and that is where it is with the Platinum in 1794. So I feel like they could sell a ton of trucks if they offered a double cab Platinum and 1794 version. I'm telling you, it would sell, guaranteed. But I totally want to hear what you guys think about that. Do you think a 1794 and Platinum Edition double cab would sell, or would it be something that people just don't want? When they're going up into that trim level, they're only going to want to buy a Crew Max, which I don't see that at all. Every time Toyota doesn't come out with something that I think they should, I hear the excuses always, well, that's not what the consumer wants, you know, we've asked. And I don't really believe that anymore, because how bad do we want, you know, locking differentials and all that off-road stuff that we always ask for, and the bigger bed on the Crew Max, things like that, and they say, oh no, nobody wants that. But that's not true. There are people out there that want that. And while we're here, listen to that. Can you hear that? Dual exhaust. Whew. So much louder in the double cab, in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, let me know what you think. What do you think about the power sliding rear window on the double cab? What do you think about a moonroof option on the double cab? And last but very much not least, what do you think about the 1794 and Platinum trims available on a double cab? I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this one. As always, look forward to your comments. Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. Have a great evening. And if you are a double cab owner and you just went outside to your truck and you looked under your rear seat and you didn't see that under seat storage that I just showed you in the beginning of this video, of course it's available. SparksParts.com. You can use the promo code TundraDude34. Save yourself 5%. I will put up a picture that has the item number and the price, which is very reasonable price. Like I said, you could screw it into the frame rail and then screw it out of the frame rail if you need it sometimes, but not always. It's not one of those permanent installs, kind of like what we did when we cut the floor out of the Crew Max. No bueno. Yeah, but it's a great piece to have. It became standard, I believe, 2016 and up. So if you have something before 2016, you look under your seat and you don't see it, it is available for purchase. It is really awesome. I strongly recommend it. Like I said, it's a longer box and then a short box on the side, so you can put your bigger stuff in there, no problem, and then that little compartment for your gloves and your hat. whatever you need. Anyway, I will put the picture up now, so go to Sparks Parts and check it out.